Hi guys, this is our third video now, I think. Welcome. Playing some more TF2, so let's get this started. Um, I am on the same track as I was before, still playing TF2, still playing the same thing. I'm gonna try to improve my commentary, try to be a little bit better at the game. We're gonna get better together. I want to talk about a few things in this video. I want to discuss kind of just the stuff that's on my mind, maybe provide some interesting commentary in my own way. I'm gonna try to focus on the game, play a little better, but we'll see how that goes. I don't have any hope or promise that I'm gonna top score every game. Again, that's not really what I'm playing the game for. But anyways, the topic of discussion I wanted to talk about. I confess, I'm a huge video game nerd. I mean, look at the game I'm playing. It's 5 years old. So I really like just all manner of board games. And I guess, I'm gonna random. The situation, I guess, basically is, I want to talk about video games. I think that's kind of the whole point of this, series of videos, is to just talk about, different video games, see what we can play, see how good we can be. So the first thing in my list that I kind of wanted to talk about is, actually not even a video game. It's one of the oldest tabletop games. You guys probably know it well. It is Dungeons and Dragons, and I know I'm a huge nerd, so I mean, cue everybody leaving the video because I'm talking about Dungeons and Dragons for the next 5 to 10 minutes, quite possibly. Um, oh, by the way, I haven't talked about my scout loader. I'm gonna segue here for a second here. I use is this crit or is this, no, I use the invuln drink, just get around sentry guns. I use Sandman right now, just to stun people, and I'm just using the regular, scattergun. I can change loadouts again if I feel like changing loadouts. We'll see how that goes. Scout, I can be pretty good at Scout, but this map might not be the greatest for Scout. We'll see how that goes. I take a shot every time I say we'll see how that goes. There's another one for you. But anyways, back to the discussion I wanted to talk about. Dungeons and Dragons. I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. If there's one, like, tabletop game I love the most, it would definitely be that one. I mean, it's probably the most, like, nerdy / popular tabletop game out there. I mean, it's not like I'm playing, Settlers of Catan and, weird board games and stuff like that all the time. I don't have enough friends to do that, sadly. But I do have a friend group that I play with that plays, oh shit, that plays, what's it called, Dungeons and Dragons. So I play that like once a week, basically. Shit. With my friends. And I am trying to get better at that game, and I wanted to bring up the discussion about Dungeons and Dragons because I wanted to talk about, just like, the process of making characters, like backgrounds, metagaming, and just the whole game in general, basically. Start by asking, like, I want to know how much you guys play it, if anybody in here watching plays D&D. Let me know in the comments. If you guys don't want to hear about D&D at all, let me know as well. I will not talk about it if no one wants to hear about it. But I will. Man, it's hard to focus. I'm going to do my best to provide some engaging and interesting commentary about all this crap that's going on. I'm going to die here, by the way, as soon as I pop out. Can't believe I didn't die. But anyways, I'm going to start the D&D discussion now by basically talking about the first thing I want to talk about is I actually make, I've been making a homebrew class, and, basically I play a lot of 5e. I haven't played much of the older editions, just because I don't have, my friend group doesn't really want to play the older editions. We played, a lot of 3.5 when we first started, back when I was, like, in, fucking high school? But now we play 5e mostly, so that's what we've been playing most of the time, is 5e rules. I started with this crazy, our first campaign, was in this city. Our DM, I won't name him unless I get permission to name him. I don't want to give away any personal information, even if it's just his name. But our DM made this, like, campaign in this, like, urban setting, and basically what it was, there is, like, this goblin area, and then there's, like, districts for each one. So the Goblin area is like District 5, I think, if I remember correctly. And then there was a Dragonborn district and a Human district and I think there's an Elven district. There's just like a district for each one, and like everything was like super segregated. Nice. And so like basically above, like, there was like a district representative for each place, and we kind of had, our group all had the goal of basically just like taking over the empire, because at the top, like, the representatives all answer to like an emperor basically, and we're trying to find out what we can do. Damn, that was a really good body shot. We were trying to find out what we can do about that guy, because he's kind of a dickbag. Avalon is his name, and he was like really strong. We started at, I don't remember what level we started at. I think we started at like 8th level. Damn, I keep getting body shotted by this sniper. I believe we started at 8th or 9th level. We're level 14 now in our current campaign, if that tells you anything. But we started 8th level, and so whenever I play D&D, I guess it's me, I'm probably just picky, I'm too picky. Jesus, I think it might be time for me to switch classes. That guy's gotten me like 3 times. I'm actually just gonna play, we don't even have an engineer, I'm just gonna play Engie. But basically what I was talking about is, we started at 8th level, and, get that right there. Jesus. That fucking sniper's too good. And our goal was basically to kill that Emperor guy and take over like the entire Empire. Oh my gosh. Our team's like falling apart now. Also, I've noticed that my ping's pretty bad. I've been kind of lagging in this one. I may switch servers. I think that's going to be a thing that I do. Yeah, it's going to be a thing that I'm about to do, because my ping has not gotten better, so sorry guys for this, I'm going to have to switch servers and go to a different one. But, anyway, so we were 8th level, and our goal was just to assassinate the Emperor and, like, take over, but we had our face of the group, like the same guy I was talking about, he wanted to basically, like, take over all the district representatives, because the way the government was set up was, a bunch of, like, elections, and that was how they decided who was the representative. So, what we basically did was we started out in the Goblin area, and we wanted to take over the district representative of that area. And there's a reason for all this, and I'll explain it in a second, but what we did was because we're all evil, this is an evil campaign, by the way, so be prepared for evilness. We all decided that we were gonna, like, murder every guy. Ooh, medic. We all decided we were gonna murder, like, oh my gosh, is this the same server? Yep, my ping's still trash. Damn it. To leave again. Sorry, guys. But we decided we were going to kill all the goblins, as many as possible, so that the people left in that district would be humans, and then they would just vote for us. Because they didn't like the goblins either. Nobody really fucking liked the goblins. So what we did was they had this, like, mithril mine, where most of the goblins, like, work. So we went down there. I'm a wizard sorcerer, by the way. We most of us are multi-classing. We went down there and we just, like, found, like, a gas, like, pocket of gas, like a really big one. And there were, like, a bunch of fights we would have had to do, but, like, throughout the session we tried to stealth through, and we just rolled nat 20s over and over again. One of our party members, who I'll just call M for now, he's got a really good luck with D&D, and he rolls nat 20s all the time, but every time we were, like, almost caught by, like, a goblin, like, group of miners or some guards or whatever, we just rolled a nat 20 and got out of it. And so we just, like, ignored, like, every single fight, and then we finally got to where we could blow the place, and then I just, like, threw a fireball at the gas pocket and just blew the shit out of it, and we killed, like, thousands of goblins. It was pretty fun. We got so much experience. We leveled twice. It was funny as fuck. Our DM was shocked that we managed to get through it without taking any, like, combat at all. It was a good first session, let's put it that way. Anyways, after that, so we basically got, our previously mentioned guy, M, took over as district representative in the election. And the reason we did that was, we wanted to because the way that the government was set up there is like the emperor had like anytime we wanted to pass legislation or do something, there's like a voting process we have to do. And so the emperor has like 3 votes, who's like the leader of the whole place, and then there's 5 representatives, one for each district, and their votes count for one. So like if you want to pass something, the emperor needs to be on your side, or like all of the representatives need to be with you. So the only way we were going to be able to like take political power basically was either take over as the emperor, which we really couldn't do because the emperor was like way too powerful for us. We found out he was like, to put it in metagame terms, he's probably like 15th level and we're level 8, and he has like a bunch of people guarding him. So there was no way we were going to take him out anytime soon. So we decided we were just going to take all the district representative spots and slowly take over politically. And that's what we ended up doing. We took out the first goblin place, no problem. And then after that, we ended up doing... soldier? Never mind. We ended up going for the next district, and then the one after that, and then the one after that. It was pretty easy to do. The reason I bring up all this discussion is I wanted to hear your guys' stories with D&D. Want to hear what you guys have been up to. Huh? Man, I don't know how that guy didn't get killed. But anyways, I wanted to hear what your guys' stories were. I've never played like a political campaign before, because we didn't do too much fighting. Most of the time we just, essentially we just did like a bunch of like political parties, and give this one, that, and the other to like scheme and plot, Littlefinger style, put it in Game of Thrones terms, and just take over that way. I've never played a political campaign like that, and it was actually quite a lot of fun. But anyways, my character in that campaign is a wizard, and so I work for like a citadel, and basically I worship Ogma, the god of knowledge. And so like my goal, like my overarching goal, was to acquire as much knowledge as possible, and it ended up being that there was like a position of power basically for us, or for me, that I could get if I went on a quest for the Citadel, and then they would make me like, essentially like a head researcher, and then I could like order expeditions and go find like powerful magic artifacts. So I went ahead and did that. Man, these guys are spy checking way too much. I can't really get in. And this lighting glitch is still everywhere, and it's actually making it to where I can't play. I think I might end up stopping this video if it doesn't stop very soon, because I don't know what to do about these lighting glitch. I promise I went and looked. Man, I just can't get in. I'm gonna have to, and I'm still having an issue. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop this video here, guys. Sadly, I don't think there's a way to pause these videos. But this is just, I'm getting lag. It's not working out. My first 2 videos didn't have this problem. I was worried about lag, but I'm gonna try. There's one thing I can try. I'm just gonna try to play some Capture the Flag, because usually, like, it's kind of annoying, but the servers that are close by to where I live usually end up being Capture the Flag servers. So I get pretty tired of playing Capture the Flag all day. But I haven't played in a while, so it's fine. I guess we can play some. Probably gonna be 2 Fort or Turbine, but maybe we'll get lucky. I never see, like, Gravel Pit or Dust Bowl anymore. Payload, that's also not too bad. I was actually kind of tired of Payload, but we can play one more. But anyways, back to the D&D stuff. My character's like this. She started out being neutral evil, but then like the guy I was talking about before, he had this like deal with a demon, who was part of his backstory, and like we're all evil, so we discussed this like outside of the game, and we were all cool with it. But basically, what ended up happening was I wanted to turn my alignment to chaotic evil, like in the game, and so we found out a cool way to do it was to have that Reaver guy like, because the way that Reaver guy works is he like sucks out all your magic, and he makes like magica potions, and they're really powerful basically. But he either needs to like kill people to kill mages to take all their magic, or like don't have people like get hooked up to it and donate a little bit of magic. So what ended up happening was I went in and I was like, yeah, I'll give you some magic if I get some potions out of it, because those potions were actually quite powerful as far as magic goes. I think they gave like advantage on Arcana checks, which is pretty good. Like Swift Water again. And so I went ahead and started, and he hooked me up, and then like we discussed, like I said, we discussed that side of the game, but Reaver, like, as soon as my magic was gone, because it sucks it out with, like, machinery that he made, and as soon as all my magic was gone, it was supposed to stop, but he didn't stop it, so it started, like, damaging me and, like, sucking my blood out, and I was like, oh, shit, and so I was just like, man, I'm gonna die here. What, does anything really matter anymore? It's just how I go out, and so I rolled, like, I think we ended up rolling it like a will saving throw, or I would just stop caring. And then another cool thing is I prayed to Ogma, the god of knowledge. That's who my deity was basically. And I got the spell Contact Other Plane from like that's a whole other story. But I had to like cut off my toe for a necromancer to get that spell. So I'm four toed on one side now. But anyways, back to the story at hand. So I used Contact Other Plane, and I would just ask Ogma questions, because you can ask him 5 questions every time you use the spell. And so it ended up being that I was trying to figure out how, like, the things work in the world, and, like, get knowledge and stuff about our campaign so that I could, like, basically plan better. And then I was, like, asking him, like, you know, does anything matter? What's going on in this world? And, Ogma basically, like, metagamed it, and because our DM was the one that was controlling him, basically, and so he had Ogma basically say, quest line, because he's on, like, for the spell itself, he can only answer with one-word answers, and so when I asked him, like, why should I do this, or what do I gain, you know, what's the advantage of this, about, like, a quest we were on, Ogma was like, yeah, this is for a quest line. He just said quest line. And so that, like, shattered everything, because, I mean, from a role-playing perspective, quest line means, like, it has implications that, you know what I mean? It's kind of like breaking the fourth wall, and so it really fucked with me. And then so I had to start making, like, will saving throws, or I'd become depressed. This is kind of like a homebrew thing. This isn't really in the game. It's just something we did because we thought it was cool, actually. After the whole Ogma situation, but it ended up being that I eventually failed one of my will saving throws, and I tried to kill myself. And then the guy we talked about before, was just like, man, you gotta live it up. You need to find a purpose. And so that's when the whole thing with giving Reaver my magic happened, and that's when I became chaotic evil, because I rolled an alignment check to become chaotic evil and stop caring about anything, and I failed it. So that's how I became chaotic evil in that campaign. It was pretty awesome from a role-playing standpoint, to see me go from, like, a guy who, like, he doesn't give a shit, but, like, still cares about living in the world and stuff, to, like, becoming, like, a super evil character. It was pretty funny, actually. It was actually quite terrifying, because I was worried that I was going to, like, actually pass my check, and then I don't know what I was going to do from a role-playing perspective. I might have just had to fudge the numbers, but I did roll badly, luckily. So it ended up being, god damn it, it ended up being that, I had to, like, make a deal with Reaver, because I almost died from that fucking thing. I had to make a deal with Reaver to, like, give him my magic every day, and then I would get, like, he would turn me into a demon. Man, this server is not going well. I'm still lagging, I'm still having issues. I might have to cut this video off. I'm gonna try one more time, but, like, every server I've been joining lately has just been, like, terrible ping. So I don't know if that is on my end, or I've just been getting a bunch of bad servers in a row. It could be on my end. I mean, my frame rate's still fine. I'm not having any internet connection issues outside of it. So if the next one's bad ping, not very many people in, I'll just cut the video off there. But anyways, back to the whole DnD thing. We ended up, like, murdering a bunch of people, and we almost took over the place. By the way, that wizard character I've been playing as, not only does she worship Ogma, she is also like, I'll keep tuned for it. This might work out better. She's also like a fire mage, basically. And so she's like a pyromaniac. And so, like, all she does is, like, cast fireballs and, like, quicken spell, cast fireballs with sorcerer points. And then, like, haste herself. Um, it's pretty awesome, because all I do is just teleport around and then spam fireballs. You'll notice this pretty quickly about me, but I really like wizards and like spellcasting in general. It's hard for me, it bores me to try to play a non-spellcaster class. I in every like D&D campaign I played has had spellcasting in some degree. At some point I'm gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup, and play a non-spellcaster. But it just pains me to do so. It's just, it feels so boring for me to play, like, I don't know if this is just me, it's probably just me, but maybe other people agree with me. Leave comments, let me know. But basically it feels like, if I don't play a spellcaster class, I hit, and then I take damage, and then I hit, and then I take damage, and then I hit, and then I take... Like, I feel like if I don't have spells, it's just really boring to play this game, unless I'm role-playing a lot. So I feel like if I was playing a non-spellcaster class, I'd have to really, like, step up my role-playing and try to have some fun with it. The other big reason I bring up this whole stuff with D&D, you guys might not care, but if you do care, I might be here pretty soon. I might be starting podcasts of our D&D sessions. And so what would happen there is I just upload like a YouTube video, and maybe just have like me playing TF2 running in the background while I do it, or maybe I'll just have the straight podcast with no video. That's up to you guys, I suppose. But then we can just record our sessions. We usually play for like 4 to 5 hours. Sometimes we take breaks. I have to okay it with the rest of my group. Because, like I said, we're all pretty evil, and we all do some pretty adult things. So we definitely have to okay it with them before I can record anything. But we will see how that goes. If I do start doing it, the first one will go up this Wednesday. The time this video will probably go up tomorrow, which would be Tuesday, and I believe that is because today's Monday for me. So I'm trying to remember what date it is. I think it's like the 24th or the 25th. So what would end up being is we usually have D&D on. Oh my gosh. Like, it's partially laggy, but I just can't. I'm gonna die here. I just can't seem to get in. I don't know. I think I'm gonna cut the video off here. Because, look at that, my ping's at 2 bars again. Every single server I join, I need to figure out what's going on with my internet, or there's something wrong here. It might be a recording. I'm gonna do some testing on it, try to get back, because it's causing me to play pretty badly, I think. I mean, I'm not gonna blame my skills on lag. I'm never gonna do that. If I'm playing badly, I'm playing badly, but I've noticed a lot of stuttering, a lot of just slow to respond movements and stuff like that, so I've got to do something about it. But in the meantime, I'll wrap up with my D&D discussion by saying, I bring up the D&D stuff so that you guys are maybe intrigued to share your stories. I Reddit quite often, and I like to Reddit in the subreddit for D&D, and I like to hear people's stories. I think it'd be awesome to hear other people's, like, campaign stuff. So, yeah, just comment, let me know if any of you guys, like D&D, want to hear more about my stories, want to tell your own stories. That's definitely appreciated. I want to provide a lot of discussion about, I mean, not just D&D, but any games, really. That's what I'm playing. But anyways, I'll wrap up now by saying that our D&D sessions, if I do decide to record them, it should be sometime this week that they'll go up. And with that, guys, I think I am going to end the video right here. Sorry we didn't finish this game, but I am just too laggy. There's the lighting glitch, and neither team has scored at all, and it's not working out in this game. I'll have to try to fix it before I can play again. So with that, guys, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you like it a lot, subscribe. And with that, guys, you guys have a good day. Hope everybody's doing alright. And peace out, guys.